Good afternoon. Wala pa yung mga students. Good afternoon. So, meron ng isa, si Pable. Good afternoon, Pable. Good afternoon, Gonzales. Ayan, nadagdagan. So, let's wait for the others. Dalawa pa lang kayo dyan. Nasaan na yung iba? Hello. Ayun. Oh, andito ulit si Sander. Sander, di ba tapos ka na kanina? Nag-attend ka na kanina? Para to do sa mga hindi pa nag-attend kanina. Hello. Good afternoon, Makanas. Sabado. Yan. So, good morning. Good afternoon dun sa mga students ni Ma'am Dayan. Yan. So, antayin muna natin yung iba bago tayo mag-start kasi 8 pa lang kayo. 8 ba? Okay. I think you should chat your classmates to join here on our live discussion. Good morning sa bagong good morning. Good afternoon sa bagong sale, Rodrigo and John Faye. Oh, let's wait for the others. Baka sakaling madagdagan pa. Ngayon, merong nadagdag. From section Makabansa. Yan. So, nabawasan. May nadagdag pero may nabawas. 7 na lang kayo ulit. Okay? Isa lang yung isa lang yung section Magalang. Wait lang. Send ko sa students ko. Hello, good afternoon. Ayan, si Kenneth Gan. Good afternoon. So, ayan, nadagdagan na. Siyam. Wala na bang iba? Hindi pa ba tapos magtanghalian yung iba? Ay, si Henry din pala. Yan, so bali dalawa. Okay, let us start. Ayan, nadagdagan na tayo si Gulmatico. Hello. Hello. Okay, so let us start. Today's lesson is all about the sum of the interior angles of polygons. So before we do that, let's try to answer this first. This was discussed last week, wherein the names of the polygons are given and you will identify the number of sides, which is also the number of angles of the given polygon. So, you will chat your answer. Ilalagay nyo, halimbawa, number 1, and then the letter of the answer. Okay? For number 1, triangle. Identify the number of angles of a triangle. Good afternoon kay Gulmatico and kay Marquez. Okay, that's correct. Number 1, the answer is letter D, triangle. Okay. How about with number 2, pentagon? So, nauna sumagot si Rodrigo. It's okay kung sino din yung mauna kasi yung iba ay natatagalan sa pag-send dahil loading. How about with pentagon? Okay, that's correct. Number 2, the answer is letter A. It has 5 sides and therefore it has 5 angles and 5 vertices. How about for number 3? Number 3, nonagon. Okay. The correct answer is letter C. It has 9 sides, therefore it has 9 angles and 9 vertices. How about with number 4? Number 4. Number 4 po. Okay, that's correct. Letter F. Hexagon has 6 sides and therefore it has 6 angles. And for number 5. Okay. That's correct. 5. The answer is A. So these are just part of what we have studied last week. So next, let us try to recall again what we have studied last week, which is about triangles. What is the measurement of the missing angle, which is angle A? If you could still remember from what we have studied last week, The sum of the measures of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Now, what is the measure of angle A? Anyone? Type your answers. Is it 75 degrees? How about the others? Ito po yung lesson about triangles. Okay, the answer is 55 degrees. Remember that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is equivalent to 180 degrees. Okay? How about with this one? What is the measure of angle B? What is the measure of angle B? Okay? Dalawa yung sagot mo, Marquez. Alin dyan sa dalawa? Okay? Good afternoon, Tabales. Gonzales. So, what's your final answer? Because you have two answers. Okay, the answer is 40 degrees. Angle B's measurement is 40 degrees. Remember, the sum must be 180. How about with this one? Last one. What is the measure of angle C? What do you think is the measure of angle C? Okay, let us check. The answer is 130 degrees. So we will use this idea to our lesson for today. Okay? Now, wait lang, hindi ko na-delete. So for our lesson today, this is what you need to remember. From what we have done a while ago, what is the sum of the three angles of a triangle? Ano palagi yung total? Ano palagi yung sum ng tatlong angle ng triangle? Type your answers. Ano po palagi? Type your answers. Okay, that's correct. 180 degrees. This is the total of all the angles of a triangle. So, for example, we have these triangles. As you observe, they are all triangles, but they differ in their lengths and with the measures of their angles. However, the sum or the total of all the angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. Ibig sabihin, kahit gaano kalaki, kahit gaano kaliit, kahit magkakaiba ang itsura ng mga triangles, the sum of it is always 180. Nakukuha po ba yung idea? So, kahit magkakaiba sila, pero lahat sila ay triangle, ang total palagi ay 180 lang. Hindi lalagpas, hindi rin magkukulang. Eksaktong 180 degrees palagi. So this is the idea that we are looking for. This is the idea that we need to inculcate in our mind. Ibig sabihin, ito yung palagi nating nasa isip dapat when we are talking about angles of a triangle. Well, how about with the measurements of the other polygons? As we all know, hindi lang naman triangles ang polygon. Marami pa, according to the number of the sides, which will also be the number of its angles and its vertices. Diba nga? Halimbawa, kapag triangle has 3 sides, 3 angles, 3 vertices. 3 lang palagi. Well, how about with quadrilaterals? So, from the illustration, which of the following polygons is a quadrilateral? Meron ba o wala at bakit? May quadrilateral ba dito? Meron, wala, bakit? At bakit? Type your answers. Okay. So, from the illustrations that you can see, there's no quadrilateral. Because all the given figures, all the given polygons are all triangle. Okay. Pero sa palagay nyo, can we form a quadrilateral using a triangle? Makakabuo ba tayo ng quadrilateral gamit ang triangle? Yes or no? Hula, kahit hula lang, or pwede rin kung ano yung ano. Makakabuo ba tayo ng quadrilateral gamit ang triangle? Okay, all of you answered no. So, let's check. Well, the answer is yes. Because, did you know that we can make quadrilateral from triangles? O, halimbawa ito. Look at the given figure. Tingnan po yung blue triangle at saka yung red triangle. Tingnan. Ano yung nabuo? Ano po yung nabuo? When we combined or when we joined them together, what polygon was formed? Okay, we formed a rectangle. And rectangle has how many sides? And rectangle has how many sides? Tama yon. Si Rodrigo, that's rectangle. Macanas and Gonzales. And it has 4 sides. And therefore, it has 4 angles also. So, ibig sabihin, we can form a quadrilateral from 2 triangles. Sa Tagalog, makakabuo tayo ng quadrilateral gamit ang dalawang triangle. Take a look with the other triangle. So, as you observe, we can also form another quadrilateral from here. So, this means to say that we can make quadrilateral out of triangles. Okay, next. If each triangle has a sum of 180 degrees, diba, bawat angles, diba, when you add the angles of a triangle, the sum is 180 degrees. And since we have two triangles to form a quadrilateral, then what is the sum of the measures of a quadrilateral? What is the sum? That's correct, Rodrigo. The sum of the measures of angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Okay? So, yan yung kabuuang measurement. Well, how about with pentagon? Is there a pentagon in here? From the given illustration, is there a pentagon in here? Meron? Anong yes? Meron bang pentagon dito? Have you seen a pentagon? Or can we form a pentagon in here? So, did you know that using three triangles, we can form a pentagon? Ayan. So, makakabuo tayo ng pentagon. Gamit ang ilang triangle. Okay? That's correct. 3. So, since each triangle has a sum of 180 degrees, what will be the sum of the measures of the angles of a pentagon? A while ago, with quadrilateral, we've used two triangles. That's why the sum is 360. How about with pentagon? How about with pentagon? What do you think is the sum of the measures? Okay, that's correct. Since each triangle has a sum of 180 degrees, then the sum of it is 540 degrees. Gets po? Gets or gets na gets? You can just send your answer once. Isang beses na lang isend, okay? Next, let's try to complete the table from what we answered a while ago. A triangle, I'll give the first example. A triangle has, nice one, Rodrigo, gets na gets. A triangle has 3 sides, and with one triangle, you can already form a triangle. And the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. Well, how about with quadrilateral? What's the answer? So, i-type nyo po yung sagot nyo. So, yung sagot nyo ay 3. The number of sides, the number of triangles needed to form, and the sum. So, again, 3 yung sagot ninyo. 3, sunod-sunod. Quadrilateral has how many sides? At ilan yung triangle na kailangan para makabuo? At ano yung total? It's not sides. Sides po, not size. Type your answers. So what's the answer? Let us check. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. And we need 2 triangles to form a quadrilateral. And the sum is 360. So tama yung mga sagot ninyo. Macanas, Rodrigo, Gonzales, Derilo, Gan, Faith, Tabales, and Gulmatico. So next, with pentagon. With pentagon. Okay, bakit may arf? Let's check if your answers are correct. Yung ba'y naririnig? Puro tahol ng aso. Pentagon has 5 sides. And we need 3 triangles to form a pentagon. And since there are 3 triangles, then 3 times 180, the answer is 540 degrees. Okay? So your answers are correct. Well, how about with the other polygons? So let's try to answer this even though we don't have any illustrations. Sasagutan natin kahit wala tayong illustrations katulad nung kanina. Try to answer this. Hexagon. Try to identify the number of sides. And then try to identify how many triangles are needed to form a hexagon. And what is the sum of the interior angles of a hexagon? What's the answer? Why it's... bakit parehong 6? Pareho ba? Mag-solve po para hindi naggagayahan ng sagot. Mag-solve. Okay. So, meron ng tama. Si Tabales. Hexagon has 6 sides. And the triangles needed to form a hexagon, we need 4 triangles. So 4 times 180, the answer is 720 degrees. So ang tama ay si Tabales. Okay? So, may nakikita ba kayong pattern? Can you see some patterns? From the given sides, paano makukuha yung number of triangles? Again, from the given sides, paano nakukuha yung number of triangles? Tingnan. If there are 3 sides, we only have 1 triangle. 4 sides, we'll have 2 triangles. Kapag 5 sides, we have 3 triangles. Kapag 6 sides, we have 4 triangles. So what is the pattern that you can see? Sige, let's try to answer this. If you can really see a pattern, how about with octagon? Octagon has how many sides? Ano po kaya ang magiging sagot? Octagon has how many sides? Let's try to check octagon. Ang octagon ba ay 7 sides? Octagon? Please recheck your answers. Octagon. Kanina, di ba? We studied this. So, may nakita na ako dito na tama ang sagot. So, an octagon has 8 sides. So, you need 6 triangles to form an octagon. So, 6 times 180, the answer is 1,080. So, paano nyo nakuha yung 6? How did you get 6? How did you get the number of triangles needed to form? Ano yung ginawa? Okay, tama si Gonzales. You subtract 2. From the pattern that you can see, you need to subtract 2. Okay? Wait lang. Sagutan natin yung decagon. Na-late yung movement. Wait lang. So, sa decagon, a decagon has 10 sides. If a decagon has 10 sides, ilang triangles ang kailangan to form a decagon? Okay, that's correct. 8. And what is the sum? What do you think will be the sum of the interior angles of a decagon? What will be the sum? Diba after you subtract, you multiply it to 180. So, meron ng tama ang sagot. So, the answer is 1,440. Again, you will subtract 2 from the number of sides. After you subtract 2, you will multiply it to 180. Okay? So, let's try this one. 20gon. 20gon, or also known as icosagon. Try to identify how many triangles are needed to form icosagon, and try to identify the sum of the interior angles of icosagon. You will type 2 answers. Again, you will type 2 answers. You will type how many triangles are needed and then the sum. Isa pa lang may sagot. Hala, wala na yung iba. Where are the others? Again, you will just subtract 2. And after you subtract 2, you will subtract 2 only. After you subtract 2, you will multiply it to 180. Okay? So, meron ng dalawang tama ang sagot. Si Rodrigo and si Gulmatico and si Tabales pala. So, 20 minus 2 is 18. And when you multiply it to 180, the answer is 3,240. So, next, try to answer this. 26 gon, or a 26-sided polygon known as icosahexagon. Identify the number of sides, the number of triangles needed, and the sum of the interior angles. So in here, you need to answer 3. Kasi tatlo yung nawawala. Type your answers. Okay, let us check. So, 1, 2, 3, 3. Gonzales, what is your final answer? Okay, let us check. Icosahexagon has 26 sides. So, when you subtract 2, you have 24. And then multiply it to 180, the answer is 4,320. So, tama si Rodrigo, Macanas, Tabales, and Derillo. And Natividad. Okay, humabol si Natividad. Welcome to our online class. Okay, gets po ba? Gets or gets na gets? Na-gets po. Again, you will just identify the number of sides. And after you identify the number of sides, you will subtract 2. After you subtract 2, then you will multiply it to 180. Okay? Now, paano kung kabaligtaran naman? Ibig sabihin, what to do if the given is the sum of the interior angles. Ay, okay, wait lang. Meron daw na hindi na unawaan. So, balikan natin. Halimbawa, ito. 26 gone. Ibig sabihin, it has 26 sides. Yung 26, babawasan mo ng 2. That's why you have 24. And then, you will multiply it to 180. Yun yung kabuuan. That's why you have 4,320. Okay na ba, Marquez? So, yun lang palagi yung tatandaan. Okay, next. What to do if the given is the sum of the interior angles? So, ibig sabihin, yung kabuuan yung given. Ang hahanapin mo ay kung ilan yung sides. For example, this is the formula that we've used, right? Paano kung sa dulo tayo magsisimula? So, ano ang gagawin? You have to do the opposite. A while ago, you are multiplying it to 180. Now, you will divide it by 180. After you divide it by 180, a while ago, you are subtracting 2. Now, you will add 2. So, to understand it further, let us have an example. If the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a convex polygon is 3,600, then how many sides does the polygon have? So, halimbawa ito, 3,600 yung sum of the interior angles. So, ang hahanapin mo ay kung ilan yung triangle na kailangan para mabuo yung polygon. So, ano yung gagawin? You will divide it by 180. So, 3,600 divided by 180, the answer is 20. Ayun yung triangle na kailangan para mabuo. Para mabuo ang alin? You will add 2, which means that the answer is 22 gone. Ibig sabihin, yung polygon ay meron 22 sides. Gets po? So, the answer in here is 22 gone. You can search the name of it. May mga pangalan naman talaga yung mga polygon, but since it is hard to memorize all the names of the polygon, you can just simply write the number of sides saka yung gone. Okay, kung na-gets, try to answer this. If the sum of the measure is 8,280, ano po yung sagot? Try to solve. Again, what will you do? You will divide it by 180 and then you will add 2. So what is the answer? What's the answer? Naghang ba? Hello? The final answer. Oh, Rodrigo, you have to answer. What is your final answer? Yung may gone, yun yung i-consider ko na answer. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Apat na yung may sagot. Let us check if your answers are correct. 8,280 divided by 180, the answer is 46. And then, you will add 2, therefore, it is a 48 gone. So, your answers are correct. Wala na yata yung iba. Ilan na lang yung students na nagsasagot. Okay, how about this? Let's try this. This will be the last one. 17,640. Okay, let's check if your answer is correct. 17,640 divided by 180, the answer is 98. Plus 2, then the answer is 100. So the answer is 100 gone. So that's all for today. I hope you learn. Thank you! Tama si Gonzales, si Rodrigo, si Dulmatico, si Macana, si Tabales, si Faith, si Gan. Okay, that's all for today. Gets na gets? Sino pong may tanong? Wala na po bang tanong? Gets na ba? Well, if wala na, bye-bye. Bye! Bye! Thank you! 감사합니다. 감사합니다. Thank you. May tanong po ba? Wala naman tanong. So, next subject na ng section Magalang. Okay. So, I hope you learned.